Here are the steps to follow. Get to know your camera. The first step to becoming a photographer is to understand your camera. Start by reading the manual and understanding its basic functions, such as how to change the shutter speed, aperture, and ISO settings. Learn about exposure. Exposure is a crucial element in photography, and it's essential to understand how it works. Exposure refers to the amount of light that enters the camera, and it's determined by three factors: shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Take the time to learn how these settings work together to achieve the right exposure. Composition. Composition is the arrangement of elements in a photograph, and it's one of the most critical aspects of photography. It's essential to know how to create a visually pleasing composition, which includes elements such as the rule of thirds, leading lines, and symmetry. Focus. The focus is the sharpness or clarity of the image, and it's essential to ensure that your subject is in focus. Learn how to adjust the focus on your camera and practice taking photos of different subjects at different distances to master this skill. Lighting. Lighting can make or break a photograph, and it's essential to understand how to use light to your advantage. Learn about natural light and artificial light sources, and how to use them to create different moods and effects in your images. Editing. Once you've taken your photos, it's time to edit them to bring out their full potential. Editing can involve adjusting the exposure, contrast, color balance, and other elements of the image. Learn about photo editing software, such as Adobe Lightroom or Photoshop, and experiment with different editing techniques. Practice. The more you practice, the better you'll become. Take your camera out regularly and practice taking photos of different subjects, experimenting with different settings, and trying out new techniques. By following these steps, you can start on the path to becoming a skilled photographer. Remember that photography is an art form, and it takes time and practice to master. Keep practicing and experimenting, and you'll soon develop your unique style and vision.